What is up, you sexy people out there? My name is Alex. I am a sex coach. Welcome back to another video. Let me ask you guys a question before I begin this video. Have you ever been seduced? Have you ever seduced someone? If you haven't guessed, today's video topic is seduction and why it's important and why you should do it and why you should have your partner do it to you as well. So seduction is basically the act of turning someone on, the act of arousal, of building sexual anticipation, of getting someone ready for a sexual experience or introducing them to the concept of having sex with you. Seduction is extremely important. It's pretty much how every sexual experience starts because you need someone to initiate usually. I know if you're in a relationship or a marriage, sometimes it's kind of like, what time is it? We haven't had sex in a while, so let's just do it. And you just kind of bang it out. But when you're young and you're meeting new people and you're dating, a lot of it is seduction, right? And we kind of lose that as we kind of get comfortable having sex with someone. We kind of get complacent and we stop seducing. We stop putting effort into the arousal phase and sometimes stop foreplay altogether because we just don't have time for it. And I'm here to tell you that you should not ignore seduction for two big reasons. First reason being that seduction is extremely powerful because it's so arousing, right? It's the entire goal of it is to be arousing, so it better be, right? But seduction will enhance a sexual experience because of the anticipation and arousal it builds. Because the mind is so important in sexual quality, we can't just rely on what we're doing physically, our physical techniques. That is not going to make a sexual experience amazing. It's not going to make it memorable. We're not going to be considered a great sexual partner if all we're doing is stimulating their genitalia. Okay? So if we stimulate their mind by getting them aroused, by seducing them, then we have a twofold approach to sex, right? We have the physical part, and then we have the mental part on top of it, the arousal, the horniness, the immersion in that experience. And so seduction is extremely powerful because it adds that psychological element on top of whatever physical things you are doing. And that in turn will make a sexual experience so much better. The second thing that seduction will do is get you more into the sexual experience and have you enjoy the experience more. The seducer. Seduction's not all about just seducing someone else. It also helps the seducer get into that sexual experience. It works both ways. If you commit yourself to dirty talking or seducing in whatever way you are doing, guess what? That is also putting you into that experience, immersing you into that experience more than if you're just thinking, okay, I'm just gonna do this fingering technique. Maybe I'm thinking about other things I have to do, but I'm doing this technique and it's just kind of routine and I'm thinking about other things and whatever. It feels good if I'm thrusting, but it's not gonna go anywhere beyond that, right? Well, if you're seducing and actively seducing during the entire experience, you're dirty talking, you're moaning, you are doing foreplay, any of that kind of stuff, guess what? Now you are more immersed in the experience as well. It's a twofold approach. You are basically giving your partner a better sexual experience and you yourself are receiving one as well. The seducer benefits from seduction. So why not seduce, right? It makes sense. You guys should incorporate it. Anticipation and arousal building is so important in sexual quality. It's the reason why things like angry sex or kinky sex are always considered good sex. It's because those things put you in a certain headspace, right? If you're angry, you're kind of passionate, and that causes you to be immersed in that experience. And if you're doing some kind of kinky fetish thing, that's almost entirely mental. You're kind of thinking, this is crazy, or I love this, it's some fantasy I'm playing out. And it just puts you into that experience. It's so much more than just the physical actions that are happening at that point. And that's what makes the sex great. And so by seducing, you are just kind of tapping into that psychological stimulation aspect of sex and making the sex better for you and your partner. So that'll do it for me in this video. If you want to be better at sex, start seducing. And also, if you want your partner to be more into sex, tell them to seduce you. It goes both ways. You can just tell your partner, I want to be seduced. Do a sexy dance for me. Work for it. And just the act of them working for it will make them enjoy the sex more because they're now into it. They're now immersed in it. So just try it out and tell me how it goes in the comments section below. Definitely subscribe for more tips like this from a sex coach like myself. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. Get out there and have amazing sex. Bye, guys.